only to find out the second episode was pure cringy and unbearable at so many instances. Why the Penguin series is a masterpiece and why I did not like Agatha all along. Keep watching this video to know it all. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fitwatcher, and if you are new to the channel, then I am NK, and alongside doing a full-time government job as an engineer, I talk about movies and songs, and also it is my vision to help people to get a fit lifestyle along with having the right entertainment. So without any more wasting of your time, let's get right into the video. Let's start the movie section with a juicy masterpiece, The Penguin. And why I said the series is a masterpiece in making? Because of the storytelling style and all the other elements that comes with it. The gritty, dark atmosphere of the Gotham City and the underlying crimes and mystery, along with the beautifully shot cinematography. And even though the plot and the pacing is little slow, but you enjoy the experience the show's universe able to provide. And this is about the episode 1 of the series, and there is another 9 episodes to come yet. And I think since I love the Batman, this show is showing a great potential to become another masterpiece of a series. And I have talked about this in another video, to be sure to check it out here after watching the video, and do subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna keep bringing even more interesting videos in future and you don't want to miss any of them. Moving on, coming to Agatha All Along, and let me be very honest, I was very skeptical about this series in the first place, and I thought this series should not have been made in the first place, and I was somewhat correct. And although I found the first episode to be a little surprising, and it was better than I expected. The mysterious tone and the somewhat dark tone, and the suspenseful screenplay did good, and I liked it. Only to find out the second episode was pure cringy and unbearable at so many instances. Yes, there were some little horror and creepy elements in the episode, and I wanted more of it because technically when you are making a show based on witches, I necessarily would expect it to be creepy and have a horror tone, right? But in this show, they were little too less, and as far now, I am not that impressed by it, and I hope it gets better until the end. So I will not rate it now, and I will review it when all the episodes drop. Okay, now let's talk about some movies that came some years before, but since I watched them this week and they're super exciting, so let's talk about them. First, there are 3 movies together in this list: The Cloverfield, The Cloverfield Lane, and The Cloverfield Paradox. Although these movies came years apart in order, but I did started with The Cloverfield Lane, and I did not know there were other parts of this franchise too in the beginning. But now that I have watched all the parts, let me tell you, if you want to watch them, watch in this order. First, start with The Cloverfield Lane, where you will see the story of a girl, Michelle, who gets into an incident and wakes up in an underground bunker. And she finds out there is 2 more persons in the bunker, and Howard, who saved her life, tells her that there is something out there in the world, so they can't get out of there, otherwise they will all die. And let me tell you, while watching this one, you will be confused as hell. You will keep thinking until the end for who is right, who is wrong, and what's actually out there. Is it a war? Is it some kind of alien invasion or what? So that's the best part of this movie, and it is mysterious, and it really succeeds to keep the attention until the end. Next, we have Cloverfield, which came in 2008. Technically, this one is the first part of the Cloverfield franchise, but I will suggest you to watch it on the second number. And also, this one directed by Matt Reeves, who is famous for movies like Planet of the Apes franchise and recently The Batman. So it has to be good, right? And to tell about the plot a little bit, there is a group of friends and family where we have 2 brothers, Jason and Rob, and Jason's wife Lily, and their friend Marlena and Hud. So Rob gives a camcorder to Hud to film the behind the scenes or testimonials, as Jason is gonna leave the country for his job. But then the real thing begins. The whole world gets attacked by some alien creatures, and then they all try to survive until the end. And interestingly, the whole movie is shown as the POV shot of Hutch's camcorder, so it is a found footage type of movie. And even in like 2024, it is still a damn interesting movie to watch. And at this point, you will get some questions and clarities about the Cloverfield franchise. in general. And the third movie of the franchise will clear up many of your questions. And the third movie is the Cloverfield Paradox. And this one came in 2018, I guess. Yeah, 2018. And it is mostly a space horror type of movie. So the premise of the movie is set in both past and the future. And this one is the most interesting part of all the three movies. So in this, we see a group of astronauts in space trying to harness energy by using a particle accelerator because there is a major energy crisis in the future Earth. But when they finally does able to activate the particle accelerator, it overloads and they accidentally opens up a infinite parallel timelines. So yeah, it gets a little nerdy at some points, but then begins the horror part of the movie. And all the horror elements are creepy and unexpected, so you'll be sitting on the edge of your seat the entire time. And in the end, you will get to know why and how all these three movies connected together. And then you will be googling about it. How do I know? Because I did the same. And trust me, if you have not watched them yet, give it a solid chance. Done with the movies, let's move on to some spicy and hot updates came this week. And then in the next section, I will suggest you some awesome songs. So keep watching till the end. So the first update came from Bong Joon-ho. If you don't know who he is, well, he's one of the most acclaimed Korean director. And in this week, we got the trailer of his new movie, Mickey 17, where we will see a very odd and different kind of story. As far I understand from the trailer, the lead character will undergo an experiment, and even after he dies doing something, a clone of him will replace him. If you are not impressed by the odd story, let me throw you the cast list on your face. Robert Pattinson, Mark Ruffalo, Stephen Yeun, Toni Collette, and many more. So I am super excited for this, and this will be released on 31st January 2025. And next up, another interesting trailer dropped, which is Brothers. And in this, we have many big names again, like Peter Dinklage, Brendan Fraser, Josh Brolin, Marisa Tomei, etc. And it seems like a very fun movie, and I'm excited to watch this one too. And it will hit Prime Video on next month on October 17th, just a day after my birthday. Next, we have small things like this. Seems interesting, like an art film, and it has Cillian Murphy in it. So this will be released on November 8 on the big screens. And next, we got the gist of the Squid Game Season 2 teaser kind of thing, The first season was a mega success, and so I am necessarily excited for this one. Then we also got Devra Part 1 trailer and mass entertainer Indian action movie that seems somewhat interesting and not so interesting at the same time. I really like the background music by Anirudh on the trailer, and this will release like next week, and let's see how it goes. Okay, now let me suggest you some good songs. First up, we have Satya song from Yudra album. Next, we have Fitor movie album, not a new album, but I was listening to some good old Bollywood songs, so I thought I should share it with you. Next, we have Get Wet album by Krivella. Again, not a new album, but since I'm a big EDM music fan, so I thought I'd suggest you this. Next, Dead Letter and the Infinite Yes by May Pop. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but this is a very soothing song. And actually, you know what? Listen to this artist, May Pop. I'm very sorry if I am mispronouncing his name. So, and I think he can really help you if you want to listen to some calm music while studying or working out. So give it a go. And thank you all for tuning in until the very end of today's episode. If you want to watch some other interesting stuff like this, you should try the other videos I made. You can see all over here, So until next time, stay fit and keep watching Fitwatcher. And this is NK signing off.